What is going on, everybody? Tyson here with Garage Life, and I have the Kraton EXB V2 right here in front of me. And if you watched my last video with the V2, we had some major issues going on. We had some steering issues here. I got those fixed. What it was is, I just think it was misaligned, misadjusted from factory. So I adjusted that up. I fixed my broken control arm that I had right up here. I was gonna take it out and just let it fail on its own over time, but I don't wanna be out there for 2 minutes and it fails. So I just went ahead and replaced that. I switched out the radio system because I believe the receiver was giving me issues. So we're gonna test that and make sure that that's what it was. It seems to be all better now. I also put in some of my upgrades. So as you can see here, we got the front bumper spring. So we got that in there so you can get some nice squish in there. You don't have to worry about that breaking the plastic or squishing anymore. Got some shock protectors on here that we made too that match up pretty well. We got some rear mud guards on here that's got the nice little Arrma logo on them. So we got those slapped on here for mud protection. So they work really good. I took it out a little bit yesterday with a broken arm. Went through some mud. Forgot to bring my camera. But I have a picture of that, so I can always post that up. And then we got rear mud guards on the back. And if you guys are paying attention to the visuals and you're seeing something out of the ordinary on here, there it is. We have the Garage Life RC wheelie bar. It's got some flex on it here, so you can see. I guess it's kind of flexing on the chair, but there's some flex on here. You can see it's muddy and dirty. It's already been ran a couple times. It's held up. We got the wing mount and wheelie bar on here since you know, Arrma can't do that out of the factory right away when they release a truck. We go ahead and we do it for you in cool colors that match the truck and make it pop, as well as give it some flex so you can have that. So we're gonna take this thing out again today. We're gonna go test some of the stuff that we have on it. We're gonna have some fun with it and hope that we don't have any more issues. Oh, and we did, on the last video again, have that gearing issue, which what I believe what happened is I was trying to wiggle the motor out there and like it felt like it was super solid, but when I went to actually take it apart to see what was going on, one of these screws was loose. So I'm assuming what happened is the motor, one of the screws backed out enough to loosen it up to where on a hard hit it could move out, and it moved away, so there's just enough space. Both gears are fine. So we should be all good there. The gears just needed to be remeshed. As far as the steering, I don't think there's anything wrong. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I've driven it. I think it just needed to be adjusted. So we're gonna double check our lug nuts, make sure those guys are tightened up. We're gonna slap the body on. We're gonna be running a 6S battery here. It is a battery that I'm testing, LIHV. Other than that, we're gonna strap the body on and we're gonna get out there and have some fun. So, well, I'm getting the body put on and we're getting driven out to our jump spot. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It'd be a perfect time to do that. It'd be a perfect time to give this video a thumbs up, show your appreciation for the RC community, and then get ready to watch some awesome jumps. Here we go. Uh-oh. Well, there you have it. What in the world? When did that happen? All right, so we're back from our run, and there's good news and there's bad news. A couple of things. At some point, the steering locked up, and I think you saw that during the video. I might have edited it out, but at some point, the steering, the servo just locked at full. I couldn't do anything. I had to turn off the truck, restart it, and get the servo unlocked. So at some point, it locked full. I don't know why. I had some awesome jumps on it, and a lot of it seemed to hold up very well, but there's a couple things. So this front pin looks like it is pulled out and possibly bent. I'll have to dig into that a little bit more. But that looks like it's messed up in there. Let's see what else, looking it over. I mean, obviously the thing that ended our day, we broke a shock end here. So it looks like it just snapped the plastic right off. See if I can, yeah. So just snap the plastic in there. I think the actual shock shaft is fine. And then as we were driving it out, I lost a wheel. And that, I think, was just due to a loose nut. The nut came off, wheel came off. I did find the nut, so we have that. So, I don't know. The good news is the parts. Oh, it looks like on this side too, when we lost the shock, we popped out the sway bar. I think it just popped out, no big deal. So we've not had extreme luck with this Kraton EXB V2 as of yet. Our mud guards, they protected it from mud, and they picked up some mud and they took it, so that's good. Our wing mount has held up great. Wheelie bar has held up great. So all the stuff that we created and put on here has held up through all of that. We have, It might be slightly bent on this pin. Maybe slightly bent, but I think we're gonna have to order a new block. I'm assuming something happened with the screw. So a little bit of issues there, but other than that, everything held up good. I was wondering about the motor and ESC. They stayed really cool, so nothing I can complain about there. I think overall, look, I don't want this to sound like a bash video or anything like that, because I'm not. Like, I love Arrma. I've always loved the Kraton. It's one of my favorite vehicles. I'm disappointed that every time I take it out, I've broken, especially with some of the rigs that I've had out lately. I haven't broke anything. So the fact that this one is, but you know, I think a few of the things, I mean, with that being said, I mean, we were doing triple back flips. I was doing front flips. I was doing crazy stuff, trying to do some tricks and land. So I can't really fault the truck at that either when it comes to things like that. So I'm going to just chalk this up to having a good time, right? Like, I mean, a shock cap and a shock connector at the end, really not that big of a deal to replace. The tire falling off, that's nothing. That is just a loose lug nut. And then the pin over there, who knows what the issue with that was. So I don't know. I don't really want to chalk up, like, I think there's some weird things, like the servo locked up. I've had some issues with the radios. I think there's more electronical things that are happening with this truck than anything. The stuff that happened today, I'm chalking up to my fault. I mean, you've seen the video at this point. I mean, front flips, weird twists, all sorts of weird things, because I was trying to do some tricks and do some fun stuff. So, I mean, it all just, that's how it, I mean, that's just the way it works sometimes. So, other than that, I think it held up good. So I'm going to get this thing cleaned up and order some parts. Thanks for checking this out. Click up on one of the videos. The algorithm's going to show you a video over here that they think you're going to like. There's going to be some product and stuff like that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we will talk to you guys soon. See ya.